Lately I've been thinking I need to revisit all those places that I've been, but this time with the eye of a photographer. No more run and gun. You're still going to find those moments where you just go, oh my God, I've got to take that photo. Whatever it is, just need patience. We're almost there. Next stop, Antarctica. I came down here for my very first video. Off in the distance is Lion Rock, and we spent many an hour photographing the waves coming off the end of Lion Rock with the sun behind it, and then the Aurora in the same bay. Absolutely magic. But this isn't where we're going to stay. We're going further, so we're 2 hours in. We've got another 2 hours to go till we get to South Cape Rivulet. And my goal is to find 2 or 3 good compositions there and wait for the light. I'll see you there. Well, I've set up camp and I'm just going around the area looking for compositions for later. Got my 50mm lens. Gives me an idea of what lens I'll need afterwards. If I put my wide angle lens on, I've really got no idea how long I need to go up to. Whereas with the 50, I can go, well, I need to go wider or I need to narrow my focus in. There's a rock just over here and a tree coming out. I think that'd be really nice up close, and the reflections will be amazing first thing in the morning with the sun shining on them. Lovely. What's really great is the water's quite low, which means I can get much, much closer to the opposite edge. And from the angles that I'm getting here, should be able to see those reflections coming in sort of down around here. And with the morning light, that is going to be stunning. You know, as long as there's no wind in the morning, which generally speaking there isn't, I don't think I can go wrong. This here is one of my favourite scenes. And I've got a beautiful shot at night time with the stars all around this tree. These rocks just here across the water, they're just beautiful, and they set the tree above really nicely. And if you come around enough, you get the rocks behind as well, which just adds layers and layers. I'm very excited for the morning, but I don't think there'll be a lot of photography tonight. I'm pretty bushed and I just want to eat now. If I do take any photos through the night, I'll put them up here and then get back to you in the morning. Incredible. An absolutely stunning morning. could not have hoped for more. The way the sun's lit up everything. I'm still waiting for the sun to come over to the bigger trees over there. But just here, I'm speechless. I hadn't actually noticed before how much current there is in the water. So you're never going to get that smooth shot unless you go for a very long exposure. Anyway, less talking, more doing. I think I need a longer lens. Do this one. I'll go get a few more of these bigger, wider shots. And then my friend's got coffee brewing, so I'll go have those and then swap over to a longer lens. I want to show you this. That is just stunning. I still need to get up closer. It's nice, but there's no separation between that foreground tree and the big trees behind. This might be good. Nothing quite like having my own shadow in the shot. Wow, gorgeous. All right, time for a coffee. Thank you. Beats the coffee bag that I brought. Oh yeah. I know, I didn't want to get up. I just lay there and let it. First time I was here, not really having a clue, I kept changing my lenses, but it was blowing and all this sand was blowing through. And when I got home, I saw all the pictures had all these spots all over them, and took the camera in to get a clean, and they're like, "This is really dirty." I went, "Yeah, no kidding." Well, this is where I'd say goodbye to my friends. They're going to come to the official entrance to the track, so I can wave goodbye properly and get a couple of cool pictures for their photo album. And then we'll head back the way we came. And there's a couple of spots along the way that I didn't really have a chance to photograph while I was with my friends, and I can spend a little bit more time there. So stick around, it's going to be fun. All the best. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Ah, there they go. I have to rate this campsite as one of the best that I've ever seen, if not the best. There's just so much to see, and I could easily spend a whole day here just taking photos, even just around this small area. It's incredible. I've got my 100mm lens on, and that's it, you know, at least for this area. I don't want to take my pack off until my next stop. So I've got what I've got. I don't think I need this giant scene. I've already taken enough of those pictures. And that is everything I need to do here, you know, without the luxury of extra time. Well, this is it. This is the beach I was talking about. If you have a look down the end there, you'll see this headland has got all these jagged spikes. I took a photo of that about 6-7 years ago. I was really happy with it, but there was a lot of dirt on my sensor and it was really hard, and the lighting was very different. But I thought, I'm down here, I really want to take a good shot of that, something even better than before. I don't think the waves are as good, but I think there's still a shot in here. So I'm just going to wander up and down the beach a bit, and I'll see you when I'm set up. I think I found myself a spot. All right, let's have a go at this. I'll show you the footage from my phone so you can get a really good look at what I'm trying to achieve. There is, if you forgive the shaky footage, up here. This is my subject. It's just this, I reckon, 30 metre high, maybe 20 metres, big jagged rocks sticking up out of the end of the head with waves crashing all around. I'm really excited by this. I've tried to get this shot a number of times, and of course the conditions change every time, so you never quite know what you're going to get. So I'm shooting handheld. There's loads of light, so I can sort of sit around 1,000th of a second to get all the action and still have my ISO at even close enough to 100, maybe 200. Now I just need to wait for the waves and try to get comfortable. Thankfully it's low tide because I'd never be able to get out of here otherwise. Oh, those waves are beautiful. What I want is a really long rolling wave right in front, but it looks like the waves are breaking just that little bit further out. The downside to a low tide, I guess. Oh, here we go. So what's really good about this scene today at this moment is we've got the sun, which is almost midday sun, shining on the back of the rocks, giving those rocks real shape. And then the waves that are rolling in, I can get one line of waves pointing straight at the rocks if I like, and then there's a row behind and a row in front. And those lines lead your eye into that rock. So everything is pointing to the subject, but there's so much going on that your eye can wander all over the scene as well. So that maintains the interest in the shot. Wow. I reckon I'm going to have at least 100 shots out of this one. So I'm going to go back home, pick out the best one, and here is the shot right now. That was really cool. Really enjoyed that. I'm sure I've got a couple of good pictures, but you've already seen them. I'm going to get a bit closer because it's something I've never done before. Get that different angle, and with the light the way it is, it could be really good. The temptation is really strong to get out the longest lens you can and get as close to that as possible. But I mean, first of all, I've packed away my 200mm lens, but I don't even feel tempted to get it out because I want this in context. I want the waves, and I want the headland and the trees and maybe even some of the sky. It doesn't matter how close you get, you've still got that sea mist which is affecting the way the image is going to come out. And yes, you could apply some dehazing, but I think that detracts from what the image is all about anyway. Now the polarizer does cut through some of that haze as well, and it gives it more of a blue tint. I love it, there's some real depth to those rocks right now. Anyway, time to move on. Wow, I think I'm pretty much above those spires I just photographed. It's so high up here and so hot. Man, we are high up. So you got this little headland out here, and then on the other side, that was the campground. And at the end of this beach, that's where I took the photos of the spires, which are right below me. There's nothing on the other side of this rock. It's a sheer drop down 40 or 50 metres. But I've got to take a picture because where the water is hitting the big boulders in the shoreline, it's making all these incredible patterns. And I'll try really hard not to waver and fall off. Do need my glasses. Wow. It's kind of like what you'd see from a drone, just a slightly off angle. And it's really wonderful to see all these waves rolling in. It's incredible. I'm not paying much attention to the horizontal. I'm kind of lining the horizontal up with the line of the wave. That just gives a really nice framing. So you've got these horizontal lines straight across the image. And then the bottom half is this sea of foam that the waves are creating. Fantastic. Anyway, enough of this malarkey. I'm going to have some lunch. May not look like much, but she's pretty good. A couple of years ago I came down to shoot Lion Rock, and I talked about this a bit earlier, but I shot some massive waves down the end there, and we went up around this side just to get some cool wave shots on the other side because it's very, very different. So here we are at Lion Rock. There's really only one way to shoot this, and that's with the biggest, widest angle lens you've got. I shot off a few with my 100. Pointless, really. But with a wide angle, you get all of this in. Can't get very close because obviously these waves are pretty mean and the water's deep. It looks like I can get it all in on a 30mm lens, so that's pretty good. But for a bit of context, go out to about 20. 15's great. I can get all the way from the water down here, all the way to the top. And it gives you this massive, epic scene. But you know me, I like to get a little bit closer. This water's getting pretty close. Yep, I'm out. Absolutely epic. I've still got 2 hours of walking ahead of me, but I'll end the video here. I hope you enjoyed my adventure to the most southern part of Australia and what I consider to be the best campsite in the world. If you liked this little adventure, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.